All right, testing, testing. Let's make sure we're live. 1 sec. Testing, testing. Mic check. All right, guys, looks like we're live. Very excited about that. About 7 minutes late. I apologize for that, but I do have a life, so what can I do? All right, I had to eat some breakfast, a bit behind schedule. We're in Sweden right now. We haven't shifted our clocks forward, so everything is happening an hour faster for me. I think after this weekend, we'll be back to our typical 6-hour time difference with New York, which I'm looking forward to. All right, so yesterday I got punched in the face. That was exciting. I posted the recap video this morning. Go check that out. I lost, I don't know, about 5 grand, something like that. And I'm still up overall on my funded accounts, but you know, it's just live and learn. Yesterday was one of those days where I just kind of, for some reason, got the narrative in my head, like with those big selling orders coming in, the pension funds were rebalancing their books, and you know, I guess the HFTs had plenty there to absorb the selling and drive it back up. So I just got caught in the squeeze, and that happens sometimes. So what we're gonna do today is it's my birthday, so we're gonna be extra aggressive. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna go for it, and we've got GDP coming up in 22 minutes, about 20 minutes. We'll be trading our Top Step accounts. We'll be trading our U-Profit accounts. And I'm going to try and just learn from yesterday, be a bit more objective, because my analysis was pretty darn good yesterday. And the scoreboard was showing that the market would be well supported. Yields were stable. The dollar wasn't doing much. So, you know, that just shows you that the small things. I'm going to maybe even try and stop paying too much attention to the news, because I do find that it gives me it's fun to know things, but it doesn't really help. If anything, it makes me much more biased, right? And then I end up, you know, not seeing the charts as objectively. So I think that's something I want to work on, just not looking at the news so much. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't, but on balance, I think it can kind of, you know, impact your objectivity. It certainly did with me yesterday, because I knew about the pension funds. So had I not known about the pension funds, I would have just stayed a lot more objective through all this and kind of, I think, read the signs a little bit better. So anyways, live and learn. Let's see what happens today. Let's do a check. I think the markets are going to be bullish today. If we look at the gold is bullish. I think bonds are going to be mixed. Indices look to me like they're going to be bullish. Crude looks bullish. You know, the dollar is still strong, so that's, you know, interesting. But I think we want to look to buy pullbacks today on the indices, maybe gold. I don't know. Silver is going to be probably choppy with the dollar. We'll have to see what rates do. But I think the indices are going to go up. So we're going to look to buy some indices today and hopefully not lose $5,000. But if we do, hey, that's the name of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you got to learn from it. That's all we can do. So I'm feeling good after that punch on the chin yesterday. It really doesn't bother me, guys. Like, I've been doing this for so long that sometimes you have, you know, good streaks. Sometimes you get punched, and, you know, not a whole lot you can do. That's trading. The key is, can you get punched and not give a shit? I think that's also what makes the best fighters in the world. That's what makes the best traders. You just gotta bounce back. So with that said, I'm trying to figure out, I'm still, you know, I've got all these funded accounts, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, because I trade them in different ways. I got to trade them on different markets. So for GDP coming up at 8:30, you know, I've got 5 total Top Step accounts, right? 2 of them have crossed the $3,000 barrier, which is awesome. And one of them is now down to only 1,500 left in draw. And then I've got 2 of them waiting in the wings that I can bring up off the bench. And I'm not worried about getting more accounts, so that's why I know I can be aggressive. But I think I'm going to trade on GDP, maybe that one account with 1,500 draw left, and just risk the 1,500 and see if I can't, you know, get lucky and catch a big move. That'd be nice. So the question is, on that account, let me just make sure I have that account ready, because that's the account I want to focus on for GDP. All right, let me just cut the screen share here for just one moment, because I've got to adjust the accounts over here, and then it shows all the account numbers. But I believe it's that account number there. let me see. Yeah, that's that account. So that's what we're going to do for GDP, you guys. We will trade this Express funded account here. It's the one with only 1,500 in draw left. And we will trade it on 3 contracts because that's all we can do. Now we got to figure out what market do we want to trade on GDP. We're just going to kind of go for it here on this account. See here. Yeah, I think that's what we will do. We will risk, well, let me see. I got to think about this here for a second. Just doing a little math here, looking at my spreadsheets. Give me a moment. Figure out how to trade this account for GDP. I think that'll do it. We'll do that. We will risk that account for the GDP. Important you track all this stuff, guys, with spreadsheets. You know what account is where, and they have different. You got to use different scaling rules, and some firms let you trade the news, some don't. So, anyways, let's have fun, guys. That is the name of the game. What market do we want to trade with GDP? I mean, I do think the NASDAQ, if we were to get a dip, I like the idea of buying the NASDAQ on the back of GDP. If we go over here to the daily chart, I mean, we've got a lot of support down here again, anywhere down into these lows. I think we're going back up here. Yesterday was that was a tough day. That really was a tough day. Just looking at the price action. No wonder I got killed. But hey, that same price action is good for other people, right? So to each their own. Let's see here. What do I want to trade for GDP? I think I want to trade. I think we got to go the NASDAQ. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I really do think so. There's Quant Tower just saying hello with the doot doot doot. All right. Let's do the NASDAQ, I think. And we're going to risk $1,500 on 3 contracts, right? That's going to be, what is that? 20 points? Do the math. Calculator out here. So we got 1,500 of risk left, basically. Oh, we really have 1,450, so let's be exact. Plus, we're going to have some commissions. Let's say 1,425. I think that gives us accurate. So divide that by $60. So that's 3 contracts. That gives us a stop of 23.75 points, right? Which is 95 ticks. So we will do 95 ticks on the stop. Like that. And then the target, we will do times 2 of that. A little more than 2. Yeah, we'll go, I think 200 ticks, 205 ticks, something like that. Right there like that. That's very good. So we've got our stop loss and our profit target on 3 contracts for our Express funded account that is either going to get blown out or get back into a good stage. Yeah, but I think that through again. Let me just. I'm just thinking things through here. Yeah. Okay. I think that will be the way we will do it for GDP here with the NASDAQ. Now, is there anything else we want to trade on the NASDAQ? Just catching what's happening here, guys, first. All right. So on that account there, what we say, it's about 24 points, I believe. Okay. I think so is what we're going to risk. And guys, give me, I got to wash my hands. I got some honey on my hands. I'll be right back. All right. I had to put some honey in my coffee earlier, and I got some honey on my hands, and I don't want to get honey on my mouse. So I'm just kind of figuring out what to do with this account with 1,500 in draw left. Like I said, I think we're going to just put on a traded GDP and hope for the best. The market does look bullish to me, so I think I would look for something to buy perhaps down in here. Kind of my idea. I think we could probably, after yesterday's squeeze, now we're pulling back, we're well positioned. I think we could push back up to these highs here on the back of that GDP announcement in 8 minutes. So we will see. Pretty thin on the book. Question always is, you know, are you going to get a spike first? Let's see what, I know I just said I'm going to stop reading the news. Let's see if we can use the news objectively. Let's see what let's see. Well, Sam Bankman-Fried is going to be sentenced for fraud today. That's nice. Probably like the CEO Angelo from the Funded Trader. He's probably going to get sued for fraud too. They just filed for bankruptcy. You got to be careful the companies you guys use. I mean, some of these guys just you can spot them a mile away. That it's just not going to end well. All right. I want to see what Zero Hedge Premium says about the GDP number coming out here, if they have anything there. Yeah, this is also something new. Gold is up and the dollar is up. They're kind of like, they're not diverging right now. They're going up together, which is weird. And Zero Hedge Premium says that's the new normal, maybe. That's why it's also been a little hard to read. You got just strange correlations going on. Things are switching. These are always tough market environments, and things are switching. I think we're going higher. Bonds are down a little bit. Yields are up a little bit, but nothing major. Reading the news, guys. Getting ready for our trade here at 8:30. All right. We will wait and see what we got shaking here. In 5 minutes for GDP. I guess we can kind of trade any market we want. What's going to be the most volatile? I mean, bonds should be pretty volatile for GDP. Let's see. Look at the ultra bonds, because we can kind of trade anything we want here. Yeah, I mean, bonds are just kind of hard to read right now, really. They really are. I think we're better off to go. I mean, ES, thing is ES, it looks bullish. NASDAQ looks bullish. I think if we buy here for GDP, we'll be in good shape. But we might have to use our minute-based charts to get a read. Let's go to the hourly here real quick on the NASDAQ. Well, I can actually leave this. We'll open up our intraday chart 1 second. So we're going to take a trade here on the NASDAQ for GDP. And I just want to see, I'm going to go long, but do I want to wait for a dip or do I want to just go in? You know, I got to see what I want to do here. So here's the NASDAQ on the minute-based charts. All right. Here we go. So here's the 60-minute for the NASDAQ. Pretty bullish. Do we have a 15-minute here? Yes, we appear to. All right, here's the 15-minute here for the NASDAQ. So the question for GDP is, are we going to pull back even a little bit? I don't know. I think if I can get long down around 18,490, I'm risking, you know, 25 points. The question is, are they going to spike it back down here for GDP? I don't really know. I think it's just going to go higher. We're going to buy it. We're going to gamble here on this account. And we'll see what happens. All right. So got the right account up there. We got 3 contracts. We got our stop, which is basically what we got left in the account. And then our take profit of, 50 points. I think that's pretty good. And see, it's kind of getting jumpy. I'd like it to close down here maybe, and then just get long right before the announcement. So I'm going to go long here, guys, for GDP again on this one Top Step funded. I've only got 1,500 in draw left on it. So I'm going to risk the 1,500 and just kind of take a punt and see if I can get lucky on GDP. If not, blow that out, bring a new one off the bench. We've got, so now I'm just debating where to get long from. It's always that question on the news. Is it going to spike down? Because I've only got 23.5 points of room on this stop, right? Which for the NASDAQ on a news announcement is not much. So I got to get lucky. I know I want to buy. We'll see. That may not even be correct. But for now, I think the low of the day looks to be in to me. So let's see. We've got about a minute to go here. I'm just going to, this is the 15-minute chart. I wasn't getting a read off the volume-based chart. So on the 15-minute chart here, I'm just waiting to see if we get a little pullback to 490 just before the announcement. And then I would try and go long and hope for the best. We're either going to win or we're going to lose. All right, we got 30 seconds. Take a deep breath. Get ready. $15 seconds. We're long. Whoop. We'll see. That big drop wasn't fun. See if we can get a squeeze to the upside here. Trying. And she squeeze. Keep squeezing, baby. Keep squeezing for daddy. Well, we'll see. We're trying to get $3 grand on this trade if we can. Just depends if this is a reversal. I kind of got to let it run. I just hope it keeps going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, I should have taken profit up there, but you just never know. Maybe she can get going again. Where's our target? Target is at 49. My stop is going to be mentally around break even right now, but it would just be a bummer to have such a good start and not complete this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow, it's really getting knocked into here. Is the decision now, do I take the profit or do I try and let it go again? I mean, I'd like to get a kind of letting it go for now, but it's, you can see it's meeting some selling up there. Man. Woo! Guys, look at that. That was some All right, we're out. That was, wow, that was unfortunate. This is kind of the week it's been, you guys. So we're break even more or less on that trade. No, I lost 210. So now we have even less draw. Oh, well, I suppose I could have taken it off up there, but how do you know, right? I mean, now it'll probably go back up there. I mean, this market has just been really, really wild lately. Sometimes nothing sticks. Well, let's see. We'll see if we can give it another shot. It'll probably go back up there now. I mean, it's just really thin. Yeah, the algos are just ripping it around. Well, we tried to give it a good shot. I think if we can get back down here, I can give it another shot. Around 480. Let's see. Let's see what our volume-based NASDAQ chart is doing. Why did that do that? TradeStation lately is kind of pissing me off. Oh, I got to get ready. Got to get over here. We'll look at the volume chart in a moment. Wow. Some sort of setting got switched on my TradeStation, which is fucking with the chart sometimes. Anyways. Yeah, we're probably going to go higher, I would say, based on the volume there. I think if we can push down a little lower, I'm going to have to, just down in here, I'm going to have to give it a shot to go long. Let's see if we can get all the way down there. Oof, there's some buying. I got such a tight stop left, guys, so I got to get really lucky. There is a lot of support here. This has been a wacky announcement, huh? Well, it got picked up there. See what the 5-minute is telling us. Oh, yeah. We're long. Wish I would have gotten long earlier. No idea what's going to happen, but let's see. We got to get lucky. I think luck is not on our side today, so let's be prepared for a loss here. And we'll have to move on from this account. Bring one up from the bench. We have almost no draw left. There's some support here, but that doesn't seem to be mattering lately. All right, we're about to lose this account. Yep. So the 5-minute pattern is failing. Probably going to sneak below these lows, take out stops, including ours, and then go higher. So that's the way it goes. All right. Oh yeah. There we go. Soon to be out, guys. Only got about 300 to draw left on this, and then we are blown out of the box. I kind of had a thought this week. I was like, you know, maybe I'm just going to take the last quarter end, Easter week, take it off. No, my birthday. I'm going to trade. Probably a mistake. I mean, look at this fucking market. I mean, this is just insanity. Let's see. What did GDP come out as? Who knows? All right. What a wild ride here, guys. Wild, wild. Let's see. So GDP was higher than expected. Is that good for the market or not? I mean, honestly, who the fuck knows in this current environment if the whole thing is just a shit show? I really don't know. It came in hot, right? So core PCE came in a little lower. So is this, you know, what are the, I mean, the bonds are stable. So I don't know. I mean, technically, based on the news and the scoreboard, the NASDAQ shouldn't just tank, but lately it's been a lot of cross flows. It's been tough to read. So who knows? Now I know why one of my mentors, Tom Hugard, is also having a tough run of it the last 3 months. I mean, he's one of the best traders ever, and he's having a tough go of it. If I lose this trade, I'll still be up a little on my funded accounts, but you know, nothing much, nothing to write home about. But we'll see. I don't know. It just looks heavy and shitty. But I have so little draw left now. It's like I don't want to bail because the daily chart still could be up. See what our friend the 5-minute is up to. I mean, it's looking really heavy. We need this 5-minute to close up here. To try to have some hope of pushing the other way. If you close up near the highs would be better. I don't know. It's 50-50. Probably going to drop. And I don't think they got... There's a lot of stops down here I think they need to get. Which is why... Unless they already got them, but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to hang on to the long guys because I've already written this account off mentally. If we get lucky and get a pop, that would be nice. I mean, the daily... Look at this trading, guys. This is why it's been really tough. And even though you're going higher... I think we're going to get blown out here soon. Even though we're going higher, I mean, it's a lot of fucking garbage here. Like you see just tons of garbage with these spurts, like, right? It's just very difficult trading conditions. So that's okay. Anyways, I think we're probably going downtown here, but I'm still going to hang on. I mean, we're going to get stopped out right now. We don't have much draw left. We've got, you know, I don't know, 600 in draw or something. And it's looking pretty weak. Are we having fun yet? Are you guys having fun? How are you guys doing? How's your trading going? Mine is struggling at the moment. Oh, to be honest, I'm not like being patient, as patient as normal, because they are funded accounts and I want to take some risk, but this is just not the market to take risk. You can see it. You know, look, we were up $1,500, you know, but I thought, you know, this could run and I got to let the winner run. Just not today. No winner today. All right, so bonds are actually being bid on this GDP, which means rates are dropping. So this is the kind of market we're in right now, guys. Rates are dropping, which should be good for the stock market, and the fucking stock market is dropping. So this is just the situation we're in right now. It's just really, really weird. All right, we're about to get blown out here. We got about 300 of draw left. And we'll move on to another account. I got to bring one up off the bench. That's why we got funded accounts on the bench. We'll bring one up off the bench. Let's see. And guys, I will tell you, man, this is one of those, this is about being a trader. You're going to have to really learn to go through some drawdowns, and, you know, they're not fun. You just got to suck it up and get through it. All right, let's go blow this out so we can go on to another one. Very close now, guys. 200 bucks. And you ask me like, well, why am I not preserving this account? Because I'm already, it was only 1,500 in draw left. It's not worth my time to try and build it back up. It's better to just, you know, either get a big winner or fail it and move on to, all right, so there we failed. Blew out that, I think. Oh, that's a bummer. No, guys, you're not going to believe this. This is really funny. So, let's see. That's really funny. It, for some reason, my stop, something weird happened with this. Oh, I've still got $100 in draw, guys. Oh boy, unbelievable. I would still be in this. Okay, let's go. We can't do that much, right? I go 2. All right, goes against us by anything. This account will be gone. La-di-da. Just look at that right there. Yeah. Wow. All right, I'm still in a good mood. Don't worry. This is why I got lots of funded accounts. So when I blow one out, I bring one up. Blow it out, bring it up. Probably going to go up from here. Yeah, I think it's going right back up, guys. I think had our stop been in the right place, we might have had a chance on this trade, believe it or not. I just calculated the tick size. I don't know why. Because my stop was supposed to be if the account gets blown, but I have $150 left. So stop was in the wrong place, and that's going to cost. That might be the difference. Because now we have no draw. Now we're going to be out here in a moment. And we're out. Yes. Yep. Okay, that account is gone. Say bye-bye to that funded account, you guys. And what we're going to have to do, so I've got, the good news is, this is my first 3 funded accounts with Top Step ever. And I've got 5, well, I had 5, now I only have 4. But see, I'm not really worried about blowing them out because I can go past the challenge pretty easily if I want to. So on my other current 2 Top Step funded that are active, I have just over 3,000 in profit on each of those. So I've got the ability to go 10 contracts, which those are the ones I'm kind of waiting for to see a really good setup. Sure, still could lose, obviously. But if I wait for a really good one on those, the goal is to use the 10 contract buying power, risk the 3,000 in profit, because that's your max daily loss. Otherwise, I'd risk the whole account. And try and get a, you know, $9,000 winner. And then one of those accounts would go up to 12K, you know, get a few more consistent trading days. And then that's a good payout on that one account, right? And then that's paying for some of the other stuff. So trading the funded accounts, you know, it's a little bit different than how you would trade. Well, it's a lot different than, it's more of like, you don't, I don't know, you don't view it as money the same way. The payouts are real, obviously, but you gotta structure how your aggressiveness differently, right? Anyway, so I'm waiting. If I see a good setup today on one of these accounts, I will take it. I wonder if Top Step will let me bring a fresh account off the bench right now. I'll probably have to send them an email because I have them waiting in the wings, but I don't really know how that works. They're not up here on my account list. So send an email to my man at Top Step. Let's tell him. All right. Need an account. We got to bring an account. That's the subject line. We got to bring one up off the bench. Hi, Eric. He's my guy at Top Step. He's really good. Good support guy. I just blew an account. Such is life. How do I bring a fresh account up off the bench? There we go. We're calling one up, guys. From the minors up to the big leagues. Put a smiley face in there. Need an account. Boom. There we go. That is beautiful. So close yet so far away. This is, sometimes you just get in these funks. And you know, when guys been trading, like, you'll be struggling, other people will be doing good, and then you're doing good, they're doing, like, everybody has different, you know, periods, and the key is we're all going to go through them. Okay, cool. So I got a good email back from UProfit, my other funded accounts. Just had a payout question for them. Okay, thanks very much. All right, so that's being sent right there. Yes, I do type very fast. If you can hear the typing, I don't know. Maybe the noise filter blocks out the typing. Typing champion. All right, let's see here. What do we want to do? We got to wait for Eric to see if we can get a fresh account off the bench. Those other two Top Step accounts are in good shape. No harm, no foul. Go ahead and mark in our notes that we lost. Got to keep spreadsheets, guys. Keep notes for everything. You know what's what. So that is all good. We'll wait for our next account. So let's go back to our, I mean, there's just not a whole lot you can do about this kind of price action. You can't. Let's go back to our volume-based charts, which tend to be better, more accurate. Yeah, you know, I was feeling pretty good. So guys, here's the ES, here's the NASDAQ. You know, nice little pulling back a little bit. We could have just gone higher. We really could have, and we didn't. So there you have it. Now we got to see. So now we're getting a close here. I think this is just kind of the market you're seeing. If you look at this volume chart here for the last, you know, if you go back and look at this just for many, many days, you see just these are 40,000 share bars for the NASDAQ, right? You're just getting all this chop, then you'll get a little bit of a move, and then you just get all this chop, and then you get a little bit of a move, a little bit of volatility here, but then look at all this chop. I mean, it's just, you used to have, like, you know, good sort of volatile swings. So this is the kind of phase we're going through right now that makes it more challenging. And if you're going to lose money, now is going to be a good time to do so. All right, let's look at the ES cycle through here, you guys. So looking at the ES, we're going to trade. Let's see what we got for accounts here. We got the U profits. I got to think about what I want to do on those. Then we got the Top Step. We got the two big ones we can take a good trade on, but that we really got to wait for. Might happen today. And then we got Top Step is going to write us back about a fresh account. That'll be good. So that's fantastic. All right. So the question is, on my U profit accounts, this Top Step I'm waiting, right? So U profit I would bring over the account here for you guys, but it shows the account number, so I got to leave it on the other screen. It's a rhythmic DOM. I want to see where I am here with the U profit here. So that one, my third, I got another U profit being called up. So I'll have two basically break-even U profits, you know, more or less, kind of where we're at with that. That's good. And then this U profit is not in good shape. That's the one I was up 3,000 on that. And then yesterday, the NASDAQ just destroyed me on the short squeeze. That's where I lost 3K on that one yesterday. So that one only has 2,000 of draw. 2,000 a draw. I got to figure out how to handle that account. How do I want to go? I might have to do some math. You guys might have to bear with me, but let's cycle through the charts here real quick. So, you know, we'll trade a fresh U-Profit account. I don't want to do the math on that one. All right, so ES, we're waiting for a close here. I think the smartest play for ES today, I mean, if we look at ES here, I think you should have quite a lot of support down in here if we challenge the middle of the moving average envelope anywhere right down in this area here. That's 52, you know, anywhere down from 52.90 to 52.80, I think is a pretty good support zone for ES. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that out. 90 to 80 is what we said, right, guys? Let's just go ahead and mark that out. This is how we got to trade to make some good trades and get some money going back. And, you know, this is the things like taking some drawdowns, but on this kind of aggression, you know, one decent trade on one of my top step accounts, so it'll be like plus 10 grand. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. There's going to be bigger swings, but that's what you got to do. Let's go here and we'll make a rectangle. And there's trade. You see, this is TradeStation lately, guys. Watch this. Drawing rectangle like this, and then watch. I push down here, right? Oh, and it pushes it up there. Oh, don't ask me what's going on with TradeStation. It's not impressive, that's for sure. Okay, so apparently TradeStation doesn't want us to be able to draw a rectangle. Maybe that's the issue. Well, let's just go ahead and put a horizontal line then. Nope. See, I click here at 52.90. It puts the horizontal line up here. So TradeStation's got to definitely work on that. They're going to make me manually enter the fucking price. That's fantastic. Jesus. Get your act together, TradeStation. Let's do it again. Horizontal line. Look, I'll click down here. Just kidding. No, we're going to put it up here. Okay, good. All right, let's go 52.80. All right, so this is our support zone here. Let's go ahead and make this blue. So in case we get a case of Alzheimer's during the day, we at least remember that blue means support. That would be helpful. All right, so let's make this a little thicker. I think this is kind of the area to wait to do business in the ES. Will it be right or wrong? I have no fucking idea, but we'll see. All right, so there's our support level on ES down in here. Let's go to NQ. I kind of thought down in here. So let's look at NQ. And look, I mean, there's a lot of support there. There really is on the ES, but lately we've just been ripping through everything. It's just like the market's just been, you know, harder to read. So what the fuck do I know? Let's look at the NASDAQ. And if you are averse to swearing, this probably will not be a good stream for you. Because I like to swear when I'm trading. Kind of like how I let out my mental energy. Instead of having a boxing bag, I swear. So yeah, I mean, I think the NASDAQ, you know, I think you got a lot of support right down in here at 18,430-ish, you know, right in there. So far, every time it pops down, it pops up. It pops down, it pops up. It pops down, it pops up. So let's see. 18,430. $18,430. Let's see. Well, okay, guys, look, here's the marker. We're going to put it at 18,430. Nope, just kidding. 18,540. Oh, fucking TradeStation. There we go. I don't really have a lower bounds. This is just kind of going to be one line here. This will be our support on the NASDAQ that we will, you know, maybe attempt to buy, or maybe it'll just go higher without us. We'll see. So let's get the Dow. I mean, this was another one that was so weird yesterday on the Dow. You know, it was just, I mean, this is the kind of weird fucking shit lately. Look at this. Just slams down, and then just sits here and does dick all. And even on this third day, it was just doing nothing. And then you just get this move out of nowhere. It's just adapting to these types of market conditions. We haven't seen this in a long time. So the Dow, I mean, you got a lot of support down here into 40,000. I don't trade the Dow very often, so I don't really care about marking it on my chart. It's just because the contract size is too small in the Dow. You know, if I go 3 contracts, it's $5 a point. It's like, it doesn't do me a lot of good. Let's look at the ultra bonds here. So this is the thing too, guys. This is the thing. That GDP news announcement, right? If it was bad for the stock market, bonds, you know, should have fucking collapsed and rates should be going up because everybody's scared of the Fed. Bonds did nothing. In fact, bonds rose and stocks are dropping. This is just the kind of correlation, you know, things are changing. And I've been feeling this now for like 2 months where it's just the correlations are off. Like right now, the gold and the dollar are getting strong together. You know, we haven't seen that in a long time. It happens sometimes where the gold and the dollar will go up together. But it's, you know, it's like you don't know until it starts happening. So, you know, up until recently, it's been like, oh, the dollar's getting strong, you know, don't fucking buy gold or silver. Now it's like the dollar's getting strong. Well, apparently you got to buy gold and silver. So, you know, this is sort of the environment that we're in. All right. So ultra bonds here. Look at that. I mean, okay. So ultra bonds. What do we expect today for ultra bonds? I mean, another bout of an absolute mess. Let's look at ultra bonds here, guys. This is bond volatility is the lowest it's been in fucking forever. So here you can see with the bonds, right? It's the same thing as, look at this. This is fucking insanity. It's just not, this is a daily chart. It's just, I mean, it's just incredibly dead. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the Fed has already quietly started yield curve control where they're just quietly supporting the bond market? It fucking looks like it. So anyways, bonds look like they're going up today. Yields are going to keep going down. The Fed's probably manipulating the yield curve. Stocks are going to go up, I'm sure. That's why they keep going up, because there is some Fed buying in the bond market here. Absolutely. And the question is, how fucking wonky are stocks going to be before they finally go up? You know, it's just like yesterday at the open when I got fucking spanked is because we were here, right, on the NASDAQ, and I wanted to buy here, which I thought was a good spot, but apparently it wasn't. We had to collapse first and then go into fucking shit trading for the rest of the day before the squeeze at the close. So that's and I got smashed here, guys, going long, and then I got smashed here going short. And I almost hit my profit target. I went short earlier in the day at the top of this range, and it missed my 3,000 target by like $500. But I just find it all pretty funny, actually. I really do. I'm more swearing because I think it's fun. It is my birthday. I got to have a little bit of fun. And, you know, when you trade real accounts as well, it's like if you have a bad day on a real account, you're going to be down like, you know, 10 grand. If you have a bad day on funding accounts, you're going to be down like, I don't know, $400 real or something. It's not really the end of the world. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the Dow squeezing now. Beautiful. NASDAQ, just a fucking wreck. Ultra bonds. I think you're going to see some support down here. Let's see. Gold, nice pullback. Pattern works. Squeezing. Silver. So, I mean, crude is squeezing nicely here. You know, are we going to get any kind of a pullback on crude? Probably not, because I want to buy the pullback. So, all right. Well, we got the market opening here in about a half hour. I'm just going to wait until the market opens, and then we'll see what we trade. I'm going to put together my my sheets for the opening, see what we can take. We're down 1,500 so far on the day. I think, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I actually think we got taken out on the low of that move. I think we got taken out on the low. Such is the luck sometimes. All right. So maybe let's go like this. Let's do this. I'm going to change this around a little. The volume charts are not working for me right now at all. We're going to switch this around a little bit. We're going to do the 15, the hourly. Let's go ahead and just close all these. All right. Well, my birthday's off to a good start, huh? Fucking NASDAQ. All right. Sorry, we'll get it back later. Down 1,500, carrying over from the $5,000 loss yesterday. But we're hanging in there. It's a good birthday present from the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is fucking me in the you-know-what right now. But that's the way it goes. If you're sensitive to vulgarity, probably not a good stream for you today. All right, let's cycle through here, guys. Because we got to find our next trade. I sent Top Step a message. We're waiting to see how long it takes to bring up one of our funded accounts off the bench. And we're going to see what we're going to trade here. So now what we're going to do, because the volume-based charts are not doing so well for me right now, we're going to switch to the hourly. That's the hourly. That's the 15-minute. And we will see what we've got shaken. So let's start with ES. All right. So I think ES is going to go higher today. And I think what we just saw on GDP was just the type of shit we've been seeing lately, right? I just think that that's the way it goes. So you can see here on the NASDAQ, basically just a bag of shit, right? Like, what else are you going to say about that? Just going up, just kidding, going down, just kidding, and now here we go. So I think the NASDAQ still is going higher. I'm kind of feeling like I might give myself a get out of jail free card today on the tilt side of things. I might actually allow myself to tilt because it is my birthday and these markets are kind of pissing me off, and I kind of feel like I want to let some aggression out on the market. Now, most people will say that's a bad idea, including me. I say that's not a good idea, don't tilt, but every once in a while you just, I don't know, it can kind of feel, it can feel relieving to tilt. So stay tuned for that. We might do a huge tilt today. Let's see on, and guys, I gotta say, like, losing money publicly is way more fun than losing it privately, right? Because at least then we all get to hang out together and have fun. Let me open the window. Very warm in here. All right, the window's open. There we go. NASDAQ's going now. I think it makes sense. So here we go. So it's just, it's the way it goes, right? Like sometimes like I'll get in at market and it just does this. Sometimes I'll say, no, I'm going to wait for a flush, and then I wait for the flush, but then it just goes, and then you're not in, right? So it's like trading the news is kind of a guessing game, and you just got to be aware of that when you take it, and the odds are not good that you're going to get a winner because of the spikiness. All right, so let's see. I want to see what we're going to do today. I got an email back. Okay, so you got to wait till the close of the day for your new Top Step account. All right, so with Top Step, guys, you don't get your next XFA, your funded account, up off the bench until the close of business. So For the rest of today, I have 2 of my top steps at $3,000, which we'll see if we get a good trade. Remember, we do have the grain report coming out. That's going to be a biggie. Might have to trade. I have to put on a trade on the grain report today, guys. Is probably one of the, I think it's the biggest report of the year for grains. It's at 12 Eastern in 3 hours. We got corn, wheat, soybeans. Look, I'll show you guys the calendar. This is going to be massive. So let's see. I believe. Hold on one sec. Let me just bring this open like this. Yeah, I think right here. We got Michigan consumer sentiment at 10. And then we got the 30-year mortgage rate at noon. That's kind of a big one. And then here you can see the quarterly grain stocks right here. Prospective plantings for corn, cotton, soy, wheat. I mean, this is big, big, big. Big announcement today for the grains. I might trade it. It would be volatility. Maybe a good chance to throw on 10 contracts on one of my XFA Top Step accounts that's up $3,000. And hey, if I lose $3,000. Okay. But if I win 10 contracts and soybeans rally, you know, to the moon, then, you know, you can make 10 grand, 15 grand. It's a pretty good, you know, reward for the risk, right? The worst thing that can happen is you just lose the funded account and then you go get another one. Best thing that can happen is you go into your Easter weekend up 15 grand and you're feeling good. And it is my birthday, so I should get a $15,000 winner today. So that's at noon. That's gonna be a biggie. No, we got the mortgage rates, like I said, but we don't have any bond auctions later. Okay, so that's good. All right, so now we've got 20 minutes until the stock market open. What's gonna happen? I mean, I don't know, but based on what we saw there on GDP and based on the way the opens have been lately, I'm guessing it's going to be just horribly. So how do we capitalize on this, right? Because so far it's just been like this. Yesterday you had that pump and dump on the NASDAQ at the open. It's been tough trading. So if we want to, I think maybe it's good to implement some sort of like a straddle, right? Because you're just getting, it's tending to go both ways and just fuck everybody, right? So if we just set, I'm not going to use multiple accounts, but if I just, let's say I buy or I sell and I just set a profit target that's closer than usual, and, you know, it seems like those are getting hit. Like my targets that I'm going for, I think are too wide right now. I think that's why I'm having a little bit of a drawdown, because I'm looking for my typical large targets. And I mean, we're seeing bouts of volatility, but not, you know, not really consistent volatility like we've been seeing, like we've been used to, right? So, so let's see what we got for the open. Which account would I want to trade? I think if I trade the ES at the open, see, the ES sucks at the open, but I guess I would do that. I might want to do U profit, I think, and because UProfit likes you to split your, I'm looking at my spreadsheets over here. UProfit wants you to split your symbols, you know, to different accounts. They don't want you trading like all NASDAQ on all your accounts. So I have to, you know, trade ES, which I don't like. And then you got to, like, I don't know, mix them up, which is fine. But the question is, since I made a bunch of money on the NASDAQ on the one account, and then I lost a bunch of money on the NASDAQ. Well, can I trade another account with the NASDAQ? I don't know. Those are the answers from UProfit I don't have, but I can trade my ES account for UProfit on that account. I'm only down $2,000. I've got 3,000 remaining because those are $5,000 draw accounts. I'm in a pretty good position overall in that account. So we might trade that account, I think. And then we have a fresh account as well. 2 fresh accounts on UProfit, so that's fine. Those can stay there. Question is, do I want to trade a fresh account at the open? Just gonna have to wait and see. Look at the NASDAQ. Nice outside bar there on the hourly chart. anybody's guess. I think up based on the daily, but I don't know. Yeah, that was just a little lousy, guys. Getting taken out there at the bottom. Look at the Dow. Dow looking pretty strong for now. Bonds looking strong. Although you kind of do have, I mean, this is a pretty bearish bonds pattern right here. That hourly, you guys see that? I mean, that could cause bonds to go back down. Let's see if we can find a similar pattern for you. Show you what I mean. Well, can't find one, but it could be a bearish pattern on the bonds. We'll see. What's hard is that I usually like to trade in the direction of what I'm seeing on the daily chart. But here on bonds right now, I don't really have a sense of what this is doing. I mean, it's look at the weekly. The weekly range you have right here is just, it's tough to read, you know? I don't really know what the bonds want to do. So then when I look at this intraday hourly short, it might go down, but I don't know. I guess I could short it. It is tilt Thursday, potentially. And I do have a fresh U-Profit account we can trade that on. But really, I should have got short right up here in that case. Because that's where you want to be short from. The hourly close at 20. We're already at 16. Look at gold. So gold, you got a little bit of a temporary short pattern here. Silver just kind of chopping higher. Let's do this. I think the 15-minute is not good right now. Let's bring the hourly here. So here you can see silver. This is, I mean, for me personally, this is what I'm having a little trouble with right now, is that every single market is doing this, the exact same thing. They're all confused, and you can see it in the price action. This is silver. You just get all this fucking garbage, and then you just get boom, boom. It's like, and it'll just be garbage, 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 bang, bang. 2 big weird days, garbage, garbage, garbage. So you're not getting like this, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't look like a natural ebb and flow. It looks like there's something wrong. And I've seen this before. You know, I saw this in 08 before the crisis hit in, what was that? Was it September for layman? Was that September? I think it was. And I could see the price action on the charts in February and March start to do this kind of shit. And I was like, even then I was like, what's going on here? Things are just like, the correlations were breaking down. At that time, a big thing was the yen, the carry trade, and how that affected different markets. And, you know, for many years, you kind of bank on that. And then all of a sudden it just stopped working. And then things just got weird, weird, weird. And then bang, layman came, you know, 6 months later. So what we could be seeing right now could be, you know, portending some sort of a, you know, black swan event. We're certainly due for a black swan, it feels like. But that's why the price action looks weird. So no excuses. This is trading. You're not going to get like, you know, super friendly markets all the time. But this is why I'm personally finding it more difficult to make money right now. I'm not losing a lot. On my funded accounts, I'm still up like a couple grand even after these horrible losses. So it's not really a big deal. I'm not trading my actual accounts right now. That's why this is a good time to get funding and play around with the funding accounts. I'm not trading my my real accounts at all because of what I'm seeing. I just wouldn't be trading right now. I'd just be laying by the pool. But instead, I guess I get to get frustrated by a shitty fucking market, which is fun, and share it with you guys, which is even more fun. All right. So there's my diatribe. Let's go ahead and look at, so this is what we're dealing with here. Here's ES. It's kind of the same thing. Like, we're just getting these just chops, and then you just get a move, and then I'm finding it very hard. Just lots of this. It's just tough. Toughity. So we got the hour. I'm gonna work off the hourlies here just to slow it down a little bit to catch my breath. So heading into the open in 12 minutes, we got to ask ourselves, what are we seeing? I mean, am I seeing anything I want to trade? Because yeah, I kind of want to tilt a little, but I also don't want to be a complete retard. So no offense to retards. So here, what you can see on the hourly is, I don't know, you're punching above that resistance level, right? You've got a decent little resistance pattern here. I mean, I don't know. So far, breakouts have been failing. And what we're seeing is we're in this kind of market right now where all the money I'm losing is coming from basically being on the wrong side, because I'm picking a support, let's say, and I'm buying, and that it's not going back up to where it came from. Instead, it's reversing out and continuing the other direction. So if that holds true, which it probably won't, because now I'm going to probably go short, so it'll probably go back to the other way of doing things. But if that was to hold true, then we would expect ES to go back down here at the open, right? Possibly. I don't know. Could do that. Certainly there's the hourly pattern for that. Because there was that big squeeze. I mean, guys, look at this. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This was yesterday at the close. Look at this on the hourly. Like, we were literally doing jack shit all day, and then you get a 75 to 10. You get a, I mean, that's a 50 handle move there heading into the close. That was like in the last, 30 minutes. This is why it's just been tough. And then look at this. Just crap. Anyways, if I have to pick a direction for the open, I'm picking down. Hey, guys, right now with the way I'm trading, you might want to fade me. Make some money, go long. But that's kind of how I'm feeling heading into the open, that I might need to go short the ES on one of my UProfit accounts. In fact, I think we'll do that. There's the daily. So I'm still bullish on the day, but I kind of feel like it's going to want to come back down here first. That's just my guess. So how do I, trying to think about how do I bring my, maybe I can hide my account info here on UProfit. Hold on. I think if I go settings, because I want to show you guys, the DOM here. Where are the settings for this? I'm on the Rhythmic DOM, guys. If you've traded on Rhythmic, it's just kind of archaic. It eats up a lot of resources. So if I go here, settings maybe, let's see. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not. So hide account ID. Huh. Oh, that's good. And I can't change the, okay, so I got to remember which account ID I'm on. Okay, but I can bring it over. I can at least hide my account ID. So that's good. Let's see what account I'm on. That is the one I want to use right there. Okay, that's good. All right, I can bring Rhythmic over. Hide account ID. Boom. Okay. So here you guys go. This is one of the UProfits. You can see we're down about $2,000 on this account. So I got 3,000 in drawdown left on this account. And let's see how we're going to handle this account. So that's that account. How do I want to handle that account? Let's see. If I risk So, I mean, I want to take a big risk on this account because if I blow it out, like it's better to just blow it out. I'm already down 2 Rand. Let's see. How do I do? Fine. Risk. Well, I can only do 3 contracts, right? That sucks. So that would be, let's say I risk, I guess, you know, 2,000 on this account. Try and make, because I'm down 2,000, right? So I want to make a little bit of money on this account, right? So if I risk 2,000 to make 4,000, but I can only do 3 contracts. So let's see, that's $150 a point, right? So then I would need to risk, if I'm risking, let's say 2 grand, that would mean a 13 handle stop, and I need to get 26. That could be good. So 13 handles, right? So 13 times 4, 53 ticks for 106 ticks. I think that could be good. Let's do that. Could have here. Let's go stop. 53. So on this, I would basically be risking 2,000 to make 4,000 on this U profit account. 53,106. Save, close. You see, this is kind of, you got to set default or it forgets. Got to enable it. Okay, so that's that account. So 53,106, right? $53,106. Updating my spreadsheet here. All right, getting ready for the open. Probably going to short ES, I think. Might be a mistake, but we'll see. Just calculating you. I kind of want to get short here. We're going to see. I might get short here on this U profit account. Risk 2,000 to go for 4,000. And the reason I want to maybe get short is because the bonds at the open look like they could be dropping. I think, I don't know. Or are we going to see one of these epic squeezes? We might. I don't know. I got to see. I gotta see if I want to go short or long. I think I'll wait. I think the long side is the smarter side. Like if we get a push down here, maybe below these lows, below 53, maybe a long. I think it's the smarter side. The market, I don't know. It's just tough to read right now, but go ahead. Yes, here. Just jumping back and forth with the volume and the time based. I'm gonna risk, I think, $2,000 here. That's interesting. You see, that's kind of a little bit of a maybe short pattern there at the open, maybe. I don't know. Do I want to go short here? Here's the ES here. I've got my UProfit account open for ES. I really want to just start throwing some darts here. And it is my birthday, so I've given myself a tilt budget. But the thing is, it's when you go through drawdowns, you guys, it's tough because you're like, you just kind of know in advance, like everything you do is not going to work. So you're like, wait, if I was going to do this and I do the opposite, you can't think like that. I think this market is bullish overall today. I mean, I think a lot of shorts got squeezed yesterday. I know I did at the close, and I don't think that short squeezing is done. So I do think the smarter position to be in line with the daily is to play on the long side. So I think I'm gonna see if there's a good entry. On the hourly here, I could see this kind of wanting to squeeze up to retest those highs at least, which is 53.25. That's kind of the next stop. So, and I need a 26-point target if I want my $4,000 profit. That's another thing too. So I'll look to get long, guys, if I can, down around 5,300 maybe. Let's see, you know, if we crash down here, that's where I'd like to get long maybe. Then I have a 13-point stop, which means I risk $2,000 of my remaining $3,000 in this account. And then I would target back up here. So I got to wait and see. You know, the trade I took on GDP for that last 1,500 on Top Step, I was, you know, kind of counting on. I was hoping that would have been nice to get a little lucky, get a $3,000 winner there, but I was I knew the odds weren't on my side. All right. And on this, my instincts were, yeah, I think this is going to drop at the open because of that pattern there. But, and of course it is dropping. But I think the smarter play is to wait for a little bit of a push down here and try and get long. Kind of what we saw on the NASDAQ. That's what I'm going to wait for. I'm going to try and get long on a flush below those lows. All right. I'm getting too old for this stuff soon. I've been at this for almost 20 years now. About 20 years. Let's see. 2005 maybe? Yeah, 19 years, I guess. All right, we'll see if we can do some damage on our UProfit accounts today. All right. So we're going to be waiting here, I think, to go long. I don't know, down into 5,300 or something. So NASDAQ's kind of pushing down. See what happens. Gonna wait on the NASDAQ. That was a pretty nice short signal there heading into the open on the NASDAQ. ES just looks stronger overall. Then we got another UProfit account that we can trade the treasury bonds on. So might do that. Just fixing some stuff, you guys. That's right, we got the Michigan number at 10. Be ready for that. All right, got the fresh air going here. All right, this is the NASDAQ trying to bounce a little, not surprising. A lot of support there. See where we're at after the first 15 minutes here. The ultra bonds did drop a little, kind of how we thought they would. That doesn't matter because we didn't get paid for it. All right. All right, just give me a sec. think we're bullish today, but the question really is how much are we gonna dip first? And we've got a pretty packed economic calendar. Nothing at 9:45. Well, we've got Chicago PMI at 9:45. Might do something. Michigan consumer sentiment at 10. And then the big grain reports at noon Eastern. Those will be big. I don't want to trade those. What's the NASDAQ doing? Yeah. Being bought up on the dip so far. Yeah, so the NASDAQ went to its low. That's kind of where I'm looking to get long on the ES, right? It just hasn't gone down there yet. And it may not. Here's the Dow, you know, big reversal here. But the Dow's pretty bullish, I think, overall in the day. So could be a pullback there if we look at the Dow. Yeah, the Dow is very bullish today. So if the Dow pulls back down here, I think it's going to be a good buy. Bonds are kind of tough to read today. I think gold is kind of bullish overall. If we look at gold here, the daily chart, I mean, I think 22.20, you've got quite a lot of support there, but we'll see. See what the grains are doing, awaiting the announcement. Here's soybeans. Gonna be really interesting. I mean, this is the kind of announcement, guys, with the grains coming out at noon, that you can see you know, this thing could go from 1180 to 1280. Like, that's 100 handles. $50 per contract. That's $5,000 if you're right. So per contract. Good. The Dow should have a lot of support down here. Might have to buy it. Yeah. And I'm long the Dow. See what happens. Birthday, happy birthday. I love you. All right. So, see here. See what happens. What a strange day. Strange day. All right. Well, it's not going to turn out very well for me here on the Dow, I don't think. See, I'm long the Dow, but it's not looking good. Wow. Tough, tough, tough. Oh God, I cannot. I cannot read what's going on. Incredible. I'm gonna have to switch to longer time periods, I think. This is just not a good day trading environment at all. Wow. Well, we'll see here. I'm long the Dow, not looking too good so far, to be honest. Goodness. My goodness. Getting close to my stop here. The Dow. Gonna lose some more money in this loss fest. Getting caught in the same trade. Same exact thing that killed me on the NASDAQ is now going to kill me on the Dow. That's incredible. Thought there would be some support here, but there's not. Go ahead and beautiful. Feeling it, doing it. All right. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to have to trade off stream. I'm just Just not having a good day of it. I'm down 500 on the Dow, 1500 on our Top Step account. That doesn't really count anyways, but you know, overall 2K, and it's just been a tough day. So I think I'm just going to wrap it up. I might do some trading later, but it's looking back at this week. It's been tough, and I'm just going to have to adjust my style heading into next week. So I wish you all a very good Easter. I will be back at it probably on Tuesday, and I'll post an update later, depending how I end the day with these accounts. You never know. We'll see, but I wish you all the best of luck. Do check out the grains announcement coming out at noon. That'll be good to watch because it'll be a lot of movement. Okay, take care.